My wife demanded we go to an exclusive resort for our honeymoon, then said I had to stay in the room so she could have a single girl experience with other men. I nodded, have fun. Then I upgraded myself to the presidential suite and used the resort's concierge to serve her with divorce papers by the pool. I, 29 male, married Gabrielle, 27, 3 days ago. Or at least I thought I did. Turns out I married someone I never actually knew. The wedding cost me $35K. Her dream wedding, she called it. I paid for everything because her family was going through some financial stuff. Should have been red flag number 1, but I was an idiot in love. The morning after our wedding, Gabrielle insisted we needed to go to this ultra-exclusive resort she'd been researching for months. The place was $2K a night minimum. I'd already booked us a nice honeymoon package at a different resort, but she threw an absolute fit. Said I was ruining the most important week of her life, and that she'd never forgive me if we didn't go to her choice. Fine, whatever. Happy wife, happy life, right? We get there yesterday afternoon. The place is insane. Private beach, butler service, the works. As we're checking in, Gabrielle starts chatting with the concierge about guest experiences and social events. I'm thinking she wants to plan some couples activities. We get to our ocean view suite. I'm unpacking when she drops this bomb. So, I need to have a real conversation with you about boundaries. I stop unpacking. Okay? I've been thinking, and this whole marriage thing happened really fast. I need some time to explore who I am before I fully commit to being a wife. We literally just got married 3 days ago. She rolled her eyes. God, don't be so dramatic. I'm not saying I want a divorce. I just think for this honeymoon, I should have the freedom to have a single girl experience. You know, meet people, have fun, maybe hook up if the vibe is right. I stared at her. You want to cheat on me? On our honeymoon? It's not cheating if I'm telling you about it. Plus you can stay here in the room, order room service, watch movies. The Wi-Fi is really fast. I already talked to some people by the pool, and there's this group of guys here for a bachelor party and they invited me to party with them tonight. You already made plans? Well, yeah, I mean, I knew you'd be cool with it. You're so understanding. That's why I married you. I sat down on the bed, nodded slowly. You know what? You're right. You should have your fun. Her face lit up. Really? OMG, babe, you're the best. I promise I'll make it up to you when we get home. This is just something I need to do for me. Totally get it. Have fun tonight. She squealed, kissed my cheek, and started getting ready. Spent 2 hours doing her makeup while telling me about how Drake, one of the bachelor party guys, was a crypto millionaire and so funny. She left at 8 p.m. in a dress that barely covered anything, telling me not to wait up. The second the door closed, I called the front desk. Hi, this is room 412. I'd like to inquire about upgrading to the presidential suite. Certainly, sir. Let me check availability. Oh, you're in luck. We have one available. It's $8,000 per night. Perfect. I'll take it for the rest of the week. Also, can you send someone to help me move my belongings? Just mine, not my wife's. 20 minutes later, I'm in a suite that's bigger than most apartments. Private pool, personal butler, full kitchen, and a view that makes our previous room look like a closet. Then I called my lawyer buddy Harrison. Woke his ass up, but when I explained the situation, he was immediately alert. She actually said that? To your face? Yep, even said she already made plans with some guys. Brother, I'm so sorry, but this is good for the divorce. Clear abandonment of marriage. Can you get evidence? Working on it. Next, I called the concierge. How can I help you this evening, Mr. Peterson? I need a favor. Tomorrow around 2 p.m., my soon-to-be ex-wife will probably be at the pool. I need someone to serve her with divorce papers. Can you arrange that? There was a pause. Sir, that's quite an unusual request, but we pride ourselves on fulfilling all guest needs. I can arrange for a professional process server to arrive appearing as resort staff. Perfect. Her name is Gabrielle Peterson. She'll be the one surrounded by a bunch of guys, probably drinking champagne she can't afford. Understood, sir. Anything else? Yes. Please remove her access to charge anything to the room, and if she tries, please inform her that Mr. Peterson has checked out of that room. Consider it done. I spent the rest of the night in my private pool, drinking good whiskey, and filing for divorce online with Harrison's help. Update 1? Holy hell, The entitlement is unreal. So Gabrielle stumbled back to our original room at 5 a.m. I know because she called me 15 times when her key didn't work. I'd had the locks changed to my new suite. I didn't answer. Finally got a text at 5:45 a.m. Baby, where are you? My key won't work. That bitch at the desk says you checked out? Stop playing, lol. I replied, not playing. Hope you had fun with Drake and the boys. She called immediately. I answered, what the hell do you mean you checked out? Where are you? I'm still at the resort. Just not in that room anymore. This isn't funny. I'm standing in the hallway in last night's dress looking like a hooker. Let me in. Can't. I don't have access to that room anymore. Maybe Drake can help? Are you seriously being this petty? I was honest with you. I included you in my decision. You told me you didn't include me. There's a difference. Anyway, the front desk can give you a new room if you pay for it. With what money? Everything's on your card. Sounds like a you problem. I'm going to breakfast. She screamed something, but I hung up. Around noon, I'm chilling at the adults-only pool. She doesn't know about this area when I get a text from an unknown number. It's Drake. Hey man, her wife is crying at the bar saying you abandoned her. Not cool, bro. Be a man and take care of her woman. I replied, she's all yours now, Crypto King. Hope you can afford her. Then the text started flooding in. Gabrielle, I'm gonna call your mom. You're being abusive. This is financial manipulation. I made one request for our honeymoon. Drake thinks you're pathetic, Batap. I'm going to ruin you. At 2 p.m. Harrison texted, process server is in position. I walked to the balcony of the restaurant overlooking the main pool. There she was, surrounded by 5 guys, laughing and drinking. She was wearing a bikini I'd never seen before. Guess she packed it special for her single girl experience. I watched as a resort employee walked up with an envelope. Miss Gabrielle Peterson? She smiled, probably thinking it was a drink or something. That's me. You've been served. The look on her face as she opened those papers. Priceless. The guys around her slowly backed away as she started shrieking. Are you kidding me? Where is he? Where is that asshole? She spotted me on the balcony, started running toward the restaurant, but security intercepted her. Turns out presidential suite guests have special privileges, including discreet security. My phone exploded. Gabrielle, you cannot divorce me. We just got married. This is illegal. I'm calling the police. You're going to pay me alimony. I want half of everything. My dad is going to kill you. Then came the voice messages. I saved every single one where she admitted to planning to hook up with other guys, how she deserved to experience other men, and, my personal favorite, I only married you because you're stable and have money. Evidence. Beautiful evidence. Update 2. The extinction? Wait, no, let me call it what it really was. The desperation explosion happened this morning. First, Gabrielle's mom Cheryl called me at 6 a.m. This woman had the balls to say, how dare you humiliate my daughter on her honeymoon? She was just trying to make friends. Make friends? She literally told me she wanted to hook up with other guys. She's young, she needs to experience life. You should be grateful such a beautiful woman even married you. You're a 5 at best. Nah, she's a 10. Well, this 5 has money and your 10 daughter is currently homeless at a luxury resort, so, you little prick, you're gonna support her like you promised. I promised to be her husband, not her ATM while she bangs other dudes. She called me some truly creative names before I hung up. Then Daddy Dearest called. Richard, who couldn't afford to contribute to the wedding but somehow has money for a lawyer. You listen here, son, you're going to apologize to my little girl, cancel this divorce nonsense, and honor your marriage vows. Which vows? The ones about forsaking all others? Because she broke those before we even left for the honeymoon. She didn't do anything, she just talked about it. She made plans with men she'd already met. She put on lingerie for them. She left me alone on our wedding night to party with them. You're overreacting. Men used to understand that women need attention. Then those men were idiots. I'm not. I'll destroy you. Cool, get in line. But here's where it gets insane. Gabrielle managed to convince Drake to pay for a room for her. She then used his room to throw a divorce party and posted it all over Instagram. The caption, when trash takes itself out, Living my best life while my ex dies alone. Upgraded, single and ready, sorry not sorry. She tagged me. She tagged my company. She tagged my mother. The photos showed her grinding on Drake, doing body shots, making out with random guys. On our honeymoon. My mom texted me. I never liked her. Want me to comment? Go for it, Mom. My mother, bless her savage heart, commented, Sweetie, this is why I pretended to be sick during your bachelorette party. I knew trash when I smelled it. P.S. My son paid for that bikini you're wearing. You're welcome. The comment got 500 likes before Gabrielle deleted it. But the best part? Drake's girlfriend saw the posts. Turns out Crypto King forgot to mention he was in a relationship. She went nuclear in the comments, dropping receipts about their 3-year relationship, their shared apartment, their engagement. Gabrielle tried to play victim. I didn't know. He lied to me. Girlfriend replied, You knew he was here for his brother's bachelor party. You knew he had a room. You knew. Drake ditched Gabrielle immediately. Suddenly, she couldn't pay for the room. She tried to check out, but guess what? She'd ordered room service, spa treatments, bottles of champagne, about $3,000 worth of charges. When the card on file, mine, declined because I'd removed her access, they asked for another form of payment. She called me crying. Actually crying. Please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I was just confused, wedding stress, you know? Please just pay for the room so I can leave. Why would I do that? Because you loved me. We were supposed to be together forever. That was before you decided you needed a single girl experience on our honeymoon. It was just talk. I didn't actually do anything. Your Instagram says otherwise. That was just dancing. With your tongue down his throat. I was drunk. Please, they won't let me leave. They're saying they'll call the police. Sounds like a you problem. Maybe call your dad, or Drake, or any of the other guys you were all over? You're evil. No, I'm divorced, or will be soon. She hung up. Update 3. Gabrielle's family tried to stage an intervention. At the resort, Cheryl and Richard flew in yesterday. They couldn't afford to help with the wedding but somehow scraped together plane tickets and a day pass to the resort to talk sense into me. They ambushed me at breakfast. I was enjoying my omelet when they sat down uninvited. Richard, we need to discuss this like adults. Me, I am. That's why I filed for divorce. Cheryl, you're destroying our daughter over a misunderstanding. She told me to my face that she wanted to sleep with other men. On our honeymoon, while I waited in the room, she was joking. Really? Then why did she leave our room dressed for a club and not come back until 5 a.m.? What she does with her body is her choice. Absolutely. And what I do with my money and marriage is mine. Then Gabrielle appeared. She looked rough. Like, really rough. Apparently, she'd been sleeping in the lobby because she couldn't afford a room and no one would let her crash with them. Baby, please, my parents are here. Can we just talk? We're talking now. In private? No. Anything you need to say, you can say here. She started crying. Not pretty tears, full ugly crying. I made a mistake. I was scared of being married. I'm only 27. Then you shouldn't have pushed for a wedding. I thought I was ready. You thought my bank account was ready. Cheryl gasped. How dare you? Your daughter literally said on a voice message I have saved that she only married me because I'm stable and have money. Gabrielle's face went white. You recorded me? You left me 23 voice messages. Yeah, I saved them. Richard stood up. You're a snake. I'm a man who's not going to be used. Your daughter wanted a wedding, not a marriage. She got her wedding. Now she can leave. Gabrielle grabbed my hand. Please, I'll do anything. Counseling, therapy, whatever you want. I want a wife who doesn't ask to bang other dudes on our honeymoon. It was a moment of weakness. It was 8 hours with Drake and his friends. Richard tried a new approach. What about the money you already spent on the wedding? Consider it a $35,000 lesson in not marrying trash. Cheryl lunged at me. Actually lunged. Security stepped in. Presidential suite perks include a lot of things, including discreet protection. As they were being escorted out, Gabrielle screamed, I'll take everything in the divorce. I couldn't help but laugh. What everything? I bought everything before we got married. We've been married for 4 days. You get nothing. But the real kicker came that afternoon. Harrison called. Bro, you're not going to believe this. She hired a lawyer. With what money? That's the best part. She promised to pay him from her divorce settlement. He called me to negotiate, and I sent him your evidence. All of it. The texts, the voice messages, the Instagram posts, proof you paid for everything. He dropped her as a client in under an hour. Beautiful. It gets better. She apparently owes the resort about $3,000. They're threatening legal action. Love it. And Drake's girlfriend is suing her for emotional distress. What? Yeah, apparently she's claiming Gabrielle knew Drake was taken and pursued him anyway. She's got texts where Gabrielle called her a basic bitch who can't keep her man satisfied. I had to sit down. I was laughing so hard. Final update. The divorce is final. Fastest dissolution ever, according to Harrison. Turns out when you've only been married 4 days and have mountains of evidence of infidelity, abandonment, judges don't waste time. Gabrielle got her clothes, her makeup, the wedding dress she insisted on keeping, absolutely nothing else. She tried to claim I owed her compensation for emotional trauma and financial abuse. The judge literally said, "Ma'am, you asked for an open marriage on your honeymoon. The emotional trauma is self-inflicted." But here's the best part. Remember Drake? The crypto millionaire? Yeah, not so much. His girlfriend did some digging. Dude lives with his parents. The crypto fortune was about $500 in Dogecoin. He was at the resort because his actual millionaire brother was getting married and paid for everyone. Gabrielle found out when she tried to get him to help with her resort bill. He blocked her. The resort ended up taking legal action. She had to get a loan from one of those predatory places just to pay them off. 25% interest. Her parents are barely speaking to her. Richard apparently told her she's dead to him until she grows up. Cheryl still defends her. But even she admitted Gabrielle might have made some poor choices. Gabrielle's been texting me from different numbers. I keep blocking them, with increasingly desperate messages. I know I messed up, but we're meant to be together. You're the only man who ever really loved me. I'll sign a prenup. I'll do anything you want in bed. Please, I'm staying at a hostel. This isn't who you are. You're kind and forgiving. The last one made me respond, I was. Then you killed that guy. She sent back, so you'll never forgive me? I forgave you the moment I filed for divorce. Forgiving doesn't mean taking you back. Good luck with your single girl experience. She sent about 50 more messages, but I blocked that number too. As for me, I extended my stay at the resort another week. Met a woman named Tahalia at the spa. She's a corporate lawyer, here for a conference. We've had dinner twice. She thinks my honeymoon story is the funniest thing she's heard all year. When I told her about Gabrielle wanting a single girl experience, she nearly choked on her wine. On your honeymoon? The audacity. Right? Like, wait at least a month before asking for a hall pass. She laughed. Or crazy idea, don't get married if you want to hook up with random people. Revolutionary concept. We're taking it slow. She's got her own money, her own life, and zero interest in marriage anytime soon. Perfect. Oh, and the resort? They gave me a partial refund for my inconvenience and compete most of my meals. The concierge told me I'm already a legend among the staff for the divorce papers by the pool move. Gabrielle's last Instagram post before going private was some quote about learning to love yourself through adversity, with a selfie where she'd clearly been crying. The comments were brutal. Maybe don't cheat on your honeymoon next time. Team ex-husband, this is what happens when you marry for money. Drake's girlfriend should have fought you. Her sister Deanna, who'd been silent through all this, finally messaged me, I'm sorry about Gabby. I tried to warn her this was wrong, but she said you were too in love to ever leave. She really thought she could take and eat it too. You deserve better. Also, Mom is not invited to Thanksgiving at my house if she keeps defending her. I responded, thanks, Deanna. Good luck with your family. What family? This shit show killed any fantasy I had about us being functional. I'm going to therapy. Good call. Last I heard through the grapevine, Gabrielle's working at a department store and living with a friend who charges her rent. She's been trying to get on dating apps, but somehow, definitely not me and my friends, her honeymoon story keeps getting shared in local dating groups as a warning. The wedding photographer sent me the photos last week. I kept one. The one where she's looking at her phone during our first dance, probably texting Drake about their plans. I framed it with a little plaque. Reminder, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. It's on my desk at work. My coworkers think it's hilarious. Do I regret spending $35K on a wedding that lasted 4 days? Nah. That money bought me freedom from a lifetime of manipulation, entitlement, and betrayal, worth every penny. Plus, I got a week in the presidential suite and a great story out of it. To all the guys out there, if your bride wants a single girl experience on your honeymoon, run. Don't walk. Run. And Gabrielle, since I know you stalk my Reddit, hi Cheryl, I see you too. Drake's engaged to the bartender from the resort now, the one who served you that champagne you couldn't afford. They're getting married in Vegas. No honeymoon planned though. Apparently he doesn't believe in them anymore. Wonder why?